Hello and welcome to CheMEMEistry, the channel where we learn and revise chemistry, but we make it fun. Today we're going to look at naming organic compounds.
Why?
Because we need to. Step 1. You've got to find the functional groups. Alright, what are functional groups? Well, they're groups that have a function. Next question.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it ain't on.
They're groups that aren't carbon and hydrogen. So, we have chlorine, we can have fluorine, we can have bromine or iodine. And basically, you just slap the first bit of their name onto the compound. You have fluoro, chloro, iodo, or bromo. Easy. Number 2, it could be an alkene. Alright? What are alkenes? Great question. It's just a double bond. That's all it is. Alright? And they have an ene on the end. Alkene, ene. Done. Alcohol. Now, alcohol, I have an OH group, just an OH group. And the way I remember this is, if you ever been drinking, sometimes it makes you go, oh! And so alcohol, you know? And you just put an ol on the end, that makes sense. Ethanol, methanol, you know? Then we have an aldehyde. An aldehyde is kind of like an alcohol, but it's a bit spicier, alright? And it's got a double bonded oxygen and just a hydrogen. Double bonded oxygen, just a hydrogen. And the way I like to remember that is sometimes it makes an A. That sort of little shape makes an A, and that's like al. And because aldehydes, they would end in al. So, you know, al. Okay? We could have a ketone. A ketone is a double bonded oxygen, but it's just like slapped in the middle of the chain. And so they end up with an own because, you know, we own them. I don't know. But anyway, they're a thing too. And then finally we have carboxylic acid, like an aldehyde plus an alcohol, and they like have a baby and it's an acid, and they just have anoic acid on the end. Now step 2 is we've got to find the longest carbon chain. So let's say the long one has 2 carbons. What's that called? Well, there's a fun way to remember it. My enormous penis be poppin'. Alright, what does that mean?
I don't understand.
Well, my, meth, enormous, F, penis, prop, B, bute, and P, pent. The rest are all just like the Greek numbers, and I'd recommend learning those. But anyway, you have butane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane. Alright? Number 3, you'd put all that together. You add some numbers, you figure out what order all the things go in. I forgot to say that the numbers work based on the carbon that the functional group is attached to. So, for example, if an alcohol group was attached to the 3rd carbon along in the chain, then you might put 3-ol in the name. Numbers, you always want to make the numbers as low as possible. So sometimes, if a compound is around that way, you might think it's one thing, and then you're like, actually, if I switch this around, the numbers will be lower. Sometimes, when the numbers get confusing and there's loads of different functional groups, you want to pick the most important functional group, and it goes in reverse order to what I was saying. So it goes acid, it goes aldehyde and ketone, it goes alcohol, it goes alkene, and it goes halogen. Alright, and they tend to be, because they're the most reactive things, they're what sort of defines it. Cute, fun.
Drop dead gorgeous.
It takes so much practice, but these are the basic rules. Number 1, functional group. Number 2, longest chain. Number 3, smallest numbers. And then once you do that, you should be set. Great. This has been our first CheMEMEistry YouTube video. If you do chemistry, please like and subscribe. I hope you found this helpful and slightly entertaining. If you don't do chemistry, but you know someone who does, please send it to them, share. I'm just trying to help.